Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We did it. A whole nother week, and that's it. Now you get the weekend to relax and kick back and hopefully get to do something fun, okay? Oh, and I've got fresh coffee, yay. Hey, Brooklyn, thank you so much for my message the other day. It really made my day, thank you. Good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning, everybody. So, yeah, I hope you guys are ready. Good morning, Keely. Hi, just a week left till I see you, right? Melinda, thank you so much for your message as well. I really appreciate it. Hi, Sean. Good topic, and I'm going to bring it up next week, okay? Hi, Aaron. All right, everybody's getting nestled in. Everybody's getting here. Good morning, Susan. Hello. So, there we go. And Dana's here. Good. So everybody's joining in. And today we're going to talk about you are what you reflect. Okay. Good morning, Tracy. Hi, Dana. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, thank goodness it's Friday. Kelly, I'll see you this weekend. Can you believe it? Just a couple more days. So, looking forward to being in Orlando this weekend and then moving to Tulsa, Oklahoma next weekend. So it's going to be very, very exciting. And so we're going to talk about you are what you reflect. So a lot of times, you know, what we put out to the world is really what they think of us, you know. So if you're upset or you're complaining or your woe is me, that's what you're putting out. That's what you're reflecting. That's really what people are going to see you as, okay? They're not necessarily going to say, oh, goodness gracious, tough time and poor thing. They're going to say, wow, what a complainer, what a baby. So when you're upset and you're doing things, just take a moment and take a breath before you put it out to the universe. Take a breath before you complain about somebody else, before you say something negative about somebody else. Because in all honesty, if you're going to say something negative, that's really a reflection of you, not necessarily that other person. Even if you feel very right in your opinion of it, the fact that you're kind of sharing it in a negative way really shows a lot of reflection. So the more you can kind of put that love out, right? That love and that positivity. And I know sometimes it's tough to be positive, but you know, as my mom always said, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all, right? So be tight-lipped then if that's the case. But you know, when we look at ourselves and realize what am I putting out to the universe, then we're going to realize what we are attracting. You know, hi, Tracy and Bronny. You know, there's really a direct connection. One of the things I just, yesterday was a big day because, it's the little things in life that I'm so grateful for and I notice a lot. And I always call them little miracles, and we did an episode on that not too long ago. It should be in the archives somewhere. But, you know, yesterday, so I wanted this board. I came up with this board and to put nails in it and to hang necklaces from it. And in the parking garage, there literally was the worker for the building. And what did he have? He had some plywood. And so I asked him if he would cut a piece, and he did. And I saw that as like, wow, like, you know, the universe is doing these little things all the time. That's not a huge thing, but my goodness, what a sweet thing, what a lovely thing, kind of like the palette situation. And I thought to myself, you know, we do a lot of these, and I get a lot of messages and emails, and people are never talking about these little gifts, these little gems. So I thought, are you not noticing? Are you not noticing the little things that are happening each day for you? The beautiful little gifts that are given to you? Are you expecting something big? Or is it that you're not getting them because of what you're putting out? You know, I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there as the idea. And you know, because I cannot be the only one getting little gifts from the world, right? There's no way. So I'm like, okay, we have to look at that. So realizing what are you putting out? What energy are you sending out to the universe? And is it connecting? Is it communicating? Is it in a way of helping others? So let's say, you know, you want to let's say you want to give to others and you want to help others, and one of the first things to do is do it openly and freely, and do it with vulnerability, and open our hearts, because when we're open and we're putting out love and we're putting out light, then that is what we reflect. People are going to be drawn. They're going to say, I want a piece of that. I want to be a part of that. I want to be in that energy. And that's how we can actually go about making a difference and creating the difference in our own life. Creating the difference in our own life. And I believe that. And so, when you're looking at something and you're putting it out, and it's not hard. Like, sometimes people start talking, right? It's the water cooler effect. People are talking, and it's easy to get sucked into that energy. It's easy to get sucked into that vibration. What I'm saying is, wait a second. Look at what that reflects. Look at that. So do you really want to be a part of that? Is that really what you want to put out? Or do you want to put out something better? You'll know if you say something and you feel bad that you said it later. You'll know if you said something and then later on you're going, kind of not. That really isn't you. So take a moment. Are you putting out insecurity? Oh, I'm not good enough. What am I? I don't know who I can't do this. Because that is literally what people are going to look at, and they're going to say, oh yeah, she's not very good at that. Because they're going to pick up on the insecurity of it. So the more we can be conscious of what we're putting out, we'll realize we are what we reflect. We are. And what you reflect is what you will attract, right? Like they say, like attracts like. And I really, really believe that. I do. And I just feel that when we are conscious and open to the idea of putting out something that is positive and authentic is huge. You don't have to do it like everybody else. Hey, Cassidy. Hello. You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't even have to do it like everybody else. You really don't. It's just being who you are. Now, standing in your power, staying in your power. Again, we've talked about that on other episodes. And all this stuff can be tested. All of these areas in our life can be tested. All of us, we all find ourselves doing things. And if you've done something and you don't feel good about it, don't let that define you. You just move on. You learn from it. You move on and you say, okay. Hey, good morning, Ellen. Good morning. But, write down what you are worried about. Write down what you want to put out. Write down how you want people to see you. Write down what the words you want people to use to describe you. And look at, is that the energy that you're already putting out? Is that what you're reflecting out now? So I define myself as a pessimist all the time, but just changing my internal dialogue and saying I'm not changed, my thought. I love that. It's absolutely true. What do you tell yourself? That's exactly true. Good morning, Andy. What are you telling yourself? What's the dialogue you're giving yourself? Because, and remember, a lot of things, people are getting confused. A lot of people think something is part of their personality, when in actuality, it is a habit that can be changed. You created a habit at some point to behave and react this certain way. Boom. It's a trigger, react. That's actually a habit. That's not a personality trait. So don't put yourself in a box saying, I'm this way, I'm that way. You actually can change. All you have to do is change the habit. And then we can work on how do you change the habit, right? So always know that you are so much more powerful than you believe. Always. I mean, listen, we really hold ourselves back in so many ways. So if we can truly connect to that that higher self, if we can connect to what our guides want to tell us, what the universe, what our loved ones want to tell us, when we're truly in connection with that, truly, you're going to see what you reflect is light and positivity and beauty and essence and truth and authenticity and caring and compassion and passion and all of those things that are inside of all of us. Inside of all of us. So what I would love to do is encourage you, challenge you to take this weekend and be conscious of what are you putting out? What mirrors are you putting out this weekend? What are you reflecting? And, you know, and don't hold yourself back from the light that you can give. Don't hold yourself back from what you can give to others simply by smiling and looking at them and feeling one with yourself and being grounded and aligned and centered and all of those things that you already have. They're already inside of you. It's just what are you choosing to pull out to show, right? It's like a box of beautiful, beautiful costumes. Which one are you putting on? Are you putting on the one that makes you feel fearful and afraid? Or are you putting on the one that says, I got this. I got this. Hey, Jody, I'm glad you needed to hear this. That's awesome. I love to hear this. That's my own little ego, I guess. But I love to hear when this is helping you. I love to hear because, again, this isn't just you going through it. We're all going through it. I go through it. That's why I'm talking about it, It's important. It's important for us to be open about what we're doing and what we're sharing and what we're going through. Some people say my life is perfect. Well, I think that that's amazing. And I think that that's a great approach. And I really am so happy. But me, I'm always striving for perfection because there is no perfection. Which we talked about earlier this week, I think it was, right? Good morning, Ellen. So, the idea is to, be aware of knowing you are what you reflect. And I see so many good people. When I get your messages and I see things and I see your comments, I just sit there and go, my God, what beautiful people. How did I get so lucky to have these people want to tune in Monday through Friday and have some coffee with me? But you're beautiful and you're amazing. And sometimes I want to just say, listen, look how beautiful you are. Look how gorgeous you are. Look at your soul just shining. Don't you recognize what you're doing? Don't you recognize the love you have to give? So it's beautiful. Hi, Shanice. Good morning, everybody. So I do hope that helps. I hope that is, reminding us of what we're doing and what we're putting out and who we are. And again, who you are now doesn't have to be who you always are. If you went through a hard time and you're feeling sad and you're feeling lost, you don't have to stay in that spot. There's no rule that says you have to stay there. There's nothing. You can absolutely dig yourself out of that. I am a huge believer. We really can dig ourselves out of things. It truly may take some grit. It may take some hard work. It may take some shifting in perceptions and belief systems and how we're looking at things. But believe you me, you are what you reflect, and we all have the ability internally that is already there to reflect love and healing and universal energy for one another. So that is it. That is our Coffee with Colby for today. The other thing is this weekend, again, last call on Sunday, I will be in Orlando. I'm doing a workshop at the Casadega Spiritualist Camp, and then I have an event Sunday night at the venue with Heidi Jaffe. So if you're in Orlando or around Orlando, thank you, Bronny. Please, please come out and support and say hi and give me a big hug. I love hugs. And then next weekend, I'll be in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So this week, guess what? Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Thank you, Melinda. So this week coming up, the Monday through Friday, we're going to be on the road. We're going to be, it is Coffee with Colby on tour. We're going to be on the road at locations. Now, keep in mind, everybody, I will be in Florida. You know, they're still recovering. They are recovering from the hurricane. So some spots are still a little trouble with internet. So just be patient with me. I promise each and every day I will show up. I will be there and I will show up. I just don't know if the internet will show up. But listen, I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you for everybody who watched the show last night. Oh my God, the heal. I don't know if you guys could, those of you who saw it, if you could, just holding the energy of that whole episode was unbelievable, because there was so much healing. Like, even with the callers calling in, but even those I could feel on hold, I could just feel that there was such an evening of healing, and it was beautiful. I could feel that I could feel people coming together for one another in that episode. So that was amazing. So Kelly, well, that's not good. So, all right, everybody, I want you to have a gorgeous weekend, fabulous weekend, and love you guys so much. And thank you, Kelly. Yeah, it was intense, but it was a good one. I thoroughly felt that it was guided and needed. All right, and last thing is, on the YouTube, you can always subscribe. I am uploading them. I'm so behind, but I promise I am getting to it, okay? So thank you guys. Thank you. And thank you, Cassidy. Thank you so much. And have a fabulous weekend. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.